My name is Stephen Ball, 76482 Cedar Street, council candidate. Also write for the Dead Mountain Echo. I have an article in the Dead Mountain Echo this week, basically covering meatless Mondays at the school. If you get a chance to read it, it's a new program that the school is in cooperation with Head Start, and they are trying to cooperate with Lane County Health and decrease childhood obesity. And on October 5th, we had a class there with Lane County Health at the elementary school where they went over increasing activity, menu items, talking about less wastage in the school and decreased cost for this program. And it actually includes communities, so that if we can try to implement better eating as far as a community, I sure definitely need that. So we, as a community, if we can take that step forward and try to do that. Also, Principal O'Donnell asked me to tell all of you, you can contact her at 782-3226 and volunteer your time to help keep that program going. Thank you.
Ken Hooker?
Live at 48231 Hill Street. I just got a paper to hand out.
Yeah, just give it to me.
Josh, I'll have one for you next time I see you. Get home.
Do you have any for the city clerk?
Thank you.
Rusty Eklund? Right, you can stand right there, I'm used to.
I'm Rusty Ackland, 48265 East Commercial Street, and I've lived here for, well, I just realized 40 years. And I'm here tonight to talk about our fire department and our emergency services. At the last meeting, Chief Martin was talking about the number of calls that they went on and how many of those were related to mental health and different issues. And my son is actually a detective in Jamestown, North Dakota, and he was home. And while he was home, I had given him this book. It's called Trauma Stewardship, an Everyday Guide to Caring for Self While Caring for Others. And it's for people who are caring for others all the time and dealing with situations such as both our fire department and EMS deal with. And then it talks and teaches them how to not to forget about themselves and care for themselves. So I wanted tonight to thank them for all they do, and then just having that shooting in Springfield, day before yesterday, it just brings back to home of the danger that these people face every day. And I wanted to donate a book to both the fire department and the police department for you to share and with your employees and train with them. And I got it on Amazon, but it's really a good book to just remind everybody of what you're going through and how to take care of yourself. So thank you, and I just wanted to donate this.
Don Kenyon?
Don Kenyon, 76113 Fish Hatchery Road. I just wanted to address the council tonight about the complaint process that is going on in Oakridge, which is really non-existent for the city administrator and the councilors. I know it's on your agenda to talk about tonight, but I would really like to encourage you to take more time than what you might have in this meeting tonight to really thoroughly think about how you want to set up that process, particularly hopefully not with a subordinate reviewing those complaints before they're presented to yourselves. I just feel really strongly about that, and maybe even it needs to go to a committee first rather than you guys hashing out all the details yourselves. Thank you.
Christie Ball.
Christy Ball, my address is 76482 Cedar Street, Oakridge. So I got up last city council and I talked about the situation with the mayor and Larry in City Hall. Larry handed me a DVD that he was given from the police department with his incident with him and the mayor. He asked me if I would shorten the video down from 1 hour to the several minute interaction he had with the mayor so he could keep that copy for himself. While he did that, I let the tape continue to play, and I heard a bunch of names from the city. I heard the mayor. At 8:35 in the video, you can hear Miss Whitney, who works at City Hall, say Leah specifically asked Louis before renting to them. Susan then replies, "We basically have to stop the rental of that building. I'm not giving them a key." To which the mayor replies, "I'm sick and effing tired of them." I'm shocked to hear election officials going through my personal rentals, telling them my private information without asking for a FOIA request. The mayor is then being told to crash a private rental that I rented, telling each other how they're going to plot to not let us have the gym, the political forum. They're going to host their own political forum. They're going to ask a retiree from the community to be their moderator. At 16:08 in the video, Susan tells Louis she's not going to rent us the gym. To which Louis replies, "Why? We've rented the WAC gym before to people in the past." Susan says, "Because they're going to screw up the door." To which Louis replies, "To the gym?" ? Victims in the tape include Mr. Affa, Gary Carl, Kathy Holston, and Don Kenyon. Voices include the city administrator scuffing staff about meetings in which the mayor calls Larry a liar. I feel like the forum complained about this, but nothing was done. So we filed this video to the Department of Justice, Secretary of State, Oregon Ethics Commission, and to media outlets yesterday. I feel like one more failure on the city administrator's side is to train basic professionalism to his staff, failing to assign elections officials to understand what electioneering is as a public official, the intent to fraud, the discrimination, and the violations of my privacy. Citizens expect the basic rule of public officials to be followed throughout Oregon, especially in a small town like Oakridge. Citizens expect that they're treated, when they are treated unprofessionally and called a liar like Larry was, they bring it to the attention of the council. They've asked you to apologize, which you refused. I think you need to take appropriate steps after that to have some sort of discipline for the mayor, who is completely out of touch and unprofessional. I'm not expecting much, but I'm going to demand that motions are made tonight to make real changes today. I don't believe this is a fluke 1 hour video where all this stuff is discussed. I think that it's just common now at City Hall for them to discuss private things, to break laws, to break pretty much every policy the city has to have at City Hall, and hold employees accountable. We got into this tiny snippet which talks about how citizens are being treated awfully, but we need to fix this from the ground up. So that starts with you 6 people. Louis oversees the city, but you oversee him. So I'm going to ask that you please have no more failures after tonight. And we will have a video available for you guys to watch.
So when did this happen?
You'll get a copy of the video too, or you can go into City Hall. You did this September
Kathy was there,
18th.
Gary was there, and you.
Oh, no. You talked negatively about all of them.
It's a recording from City Hall.
When you called Larry a liar.
September.
Okay, stop.
Mr. Hooper, is this what you handed us?
That's what this DVD is. And we've had it professionally cleaned so the background static is removed so you can hear the voices clearly.
Not that one.
but that's not the one. So I will make sure you guys get a copy of the cleaned version, so you can hear all the voices clearly.
May I ask if you have made, if you have filed a complaint with the city?
Not yet. We don't trust the process.
What you're doing?
Your 3 minutes is up. Actually, I know, but you can talk. Okay, so you didn't file, you didn't because you chose not to, but you've given this testimony. Oh, should I?
It's not facing you, so it's hard to hear.
Dan Barkley? Would you have me?
Just to break my normal trend, I actually wrote something down and I will try and stay on script and get it done in 3 minutes. I may need some latitude to finish, but hopefully not. And first of all, not exactly the ideal webcast I had in mind when I suggested it 2 or 3 years ago, but I want to appreciate the citizens that are doing the video and the city administrator for giving mics to the people a much larger audience so they can hear it. Anyhow, so I understand DMA, George Kessler suggested that citizens face facts, not Facebook. Couldn't agree more. I prefer actual facts over intentional distortions. First off, for me, the most important fact is that there are no ill-advised citizens. Only intelligent people capable of making informed decisions, but when decisions are based on incorrect information, decisions can be equally flawed. Fact. 3 sitting councilors were wrongly accused of participating in illegal meetings. One was asked to resign and responded not going to happen. Another was stripped of a position he had an absolute right to, and 4 council members selected a mayor with no path to that seat as a quorum of council never elected her to be council president. Not hers to take, not Gary's to give. We live in a city that has been ridiculed by the media and divided twice in the last several years. Common denominators in both instances is that they were unnecessary, costly, and caused by the same failure for 7 people to supervise 2 appointees and the misconduct of those appointees. Their failure was misplaced trust in a hired employee only to have that trust betrayed and their reputation tarnished. Not for what they did, but for what they didn't do. Counselors are decent people, but they also have a responsibility. We're not electing people to positions of decency. Another fact, Don Hadley may not be the easiest person to listen to, I know that firsthand, but he has the same right to be heard as anyone in this city. Most would be amazed how accurate his facts actually are. He gave me a compensation package on Gordon Zimmerman. Gordon did too. The difference between those 2 was about a Happy Meal. He's that close. But instead of listening to those facts, they were ignored. The facts were taken on board from the city administrator. And, you know, there's 1.2 million reasons, in my mind, for elected officials to conduct their due diligence, consider advice, condemn, and at least consider information from a citizen instead of ignoring them, along with lapsed audits, grossly inflated budgets, and illegal use of signs by citizens under the guise of keeping Oakridge safe, or $1,700 plus in signs and disgusting media. Don Hadley isn't the most diplomatic person I know, but he attempted to warn a city, and damn sure isn't a disgusting cartoon. No one is. If anything, you should appreciate somebody spent 4 or 5 years trying to stop what happened several years ago. Another fact, our current city administrator recorder were hired after most of the fiscal difficulties had been addressed and or resolved. 2 of 3 lapsed audits were done, and the 3rd was distributed at the first meeting of 2013.
Your 3 minutes are up.
I've got about half a paragraph, if I may. We're hired after that. So if anyone needs to appreciate those most responsible for averting the abyss of bankruptcy, send Bob DeLong and Tiffany Couch an email, or pray for the souls of the decision makers that we've lost since. I don't presume to advise anyone how to vote.
Okay, your paragraph is up. Come on, let's get to the next person.
That's fine, I can put it on social media if you like that. Actually, it's already on social media.
Yeah, I'll click it. Kent Dockery?
I'm Kent Dockery, I live at 47768 Ferry Glen. I'm here to thank the council and also the city staff for the work that they've helped me to do to keep the warming center going here in Oakridge. This is our 4th year that we're starting out. We'll be starting out in another month. We're moving to new rooms here in this building, and thanks to Rick Zylstra, everything is working out fine with that. And I want to thank you very, very much. Even if we can save one life, the 600 hours that we spent last year volunteering to possibly help people who would come to the warming center was well worth that time. And I want to thank you very much.
Hello, I just want to invite everybody to a meeting out at Greenwaters, October 24th, regarding the community center that will be discussed, and bring ideas so we can get this project started. We're all excited about it. I've done some researching and found some money, but unfortunately a little too late because the deadline was October 31st, and the amount was up to $1 million. So the excitement is there, the ideas are coming in, and we hope that the city council members can come, mayor, you hopefully can come, and we can all put our brains together and go for it and get us a community center. Thank
When
you.
is the next meeting?
October 24th, 6 p.m., Greenwaters Park.
Thank you. Sherry Klosterman?
Okay, I'm gonna stand right here, being the fact that I'm disabled tonight. My name is Sherry Klosterman. I live at 48314 Hill Street, Oakridge, Oregon, 97463. I only have a couple of questions for, well, it was for the chief of the police, but he's not here tonight, so I will direct my question to the council. Does the city of Oakridge here have a contract with their business owners here in the Oakridge? And I think the answer is yes. But are they allowed to have their little trailers not hooked up to electricity or water or anything else, and enabling people to live in them, not rent-free? The owner that I'm talking about is Outdoor Sports. It's located right on Highway 58. He's got 2 really teeny tiny trailers back there, and there is a couple that I do know using one of them for a dwelling. They don't work, but they have to have a place to cover their head. However, if you start allowing individuals to utilize commercial businesses for their own sake, for their own dwellings, it will continue, and then you're gonna have people all over Oakridge, and including your own property, so they can have a dwelling place. There is no electricity, as I said, and there is no toilet connected. There is nothing there. They use a, what is it called? A Coleman stove. Okay, so my question is, does the city play favorites to business owners to allow people to live on commercial property? What you do personally is your own business, but I, for one, I don't appreciate it because there's a mess back there. Just things. Thank you. Have a nice evening. Let us sit down.
So, Sherry, where is Outdoor Sports?
Oh my God, are you serious?
I'm sorry, I don't know where it is.
You know where this old Sportsman is? The
Yeah.
old building? It's
Yeah.
right next door to the washing place where you wash your vehicles.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, there was one other little statement I would like to make. Do I have 30 seconds?
Yes.
Mr. Gomez, have you gone down Hill Street to read that sign yet? It says, no trucks authorized, use Fish Hatchery Road. And I was gonna take a picture of that and bring it to you tonight, but I forgot. So I would appreciate it if you would get with these big Hummers, like 10-ton trucks, And the railroad trucks stop coming down Hill Street. They're loud, obnoxious, and it's garbage.
Breaking the sewer and the water pipe.
Yeah, breaking the sewer and the water pipes along with the streets. That street's been in there since I was 5 years old. You should see it now.
Okay.